try to play now, I'ma do my thing. You already know I could get it all day. I can do it major, I can do it right. I'ma get it for the rest of my life. Get good, God, move it.
What's up guys, it's Cloud9 here. I wanted to give you guys 5 tips that might help you go flawless on Pantheon this weekend. The gameplay going on in the background are for some clips I collected, but I'm of course not saying that's how you should play and just clutch up every round all the time. That's not how I play most of the time. Instead, just take your time and listen to these 5 pieces of advice instead. Alright, so my first piece of advice is about your team loadout. Should you just go with 3 snipers because it's a big map? Nah, I don't recommend that. It's easier to push and collapse if you have a guy with a shotgun in your team. Some engagements might be long range, but if you play this map right, you can easily use your shotgun and it will come in clutch a lot of times. Alright, so my second tip is about map control, and this is probably the most important tip of the video. Pantheon is pretty much symmetrical, and I have found that if your team manages to get control of the cube in the middle from the beginning, you will in 9 out of 10 cases win the round. If you play it smart, of course. There are only 3 angles you can get pushed from through narrow hallways, and you can see them on radar before they even appear. Only 2 matches I've lost this weekend was because the other team was so aggressive with shotguns and lightning grenades that we couldn't get mid-map control at all. Alright, so my third piece of advice is very important in trials in general, but especially on Pantheon. If you get the lead in the game, you will start to see a lot. And I mean a lot of people camping just outside their spawn while there are 3 people hardscoping the same hallway. My best advice here, if you found that pushing them from different angles didn't work, is just to find a good spot near the middle and sit there until the round ends and pick them off while they push you. It can be boring, I know. I've had a few 20-minute long games as well, where the only option we had was to sit down in the middle, wait for them to push, and then win it by going to time every round. Alright, my next tip is about how you should snipe on this map. Don't set up camp just outside your spawn and hardscope until something happens. I promise you any decent team will work around this, and any decent sniper will know exactly where you are since people use the same 3 to 4 angles every game. Be creative and tell your team to push up to the middle of the map and get some different angles from there. Trust me, it's much more efficient and it's gonna help you out a lot. Okay, my last advice might seem a bit random, but it is: the waterfall lane is restricted. If you have a shotgun, you have no business being on that lane to begin with. Chances are there will be someone hardscoping it. Even if you are a sniper, going to that lane is a race to get there first. And can you compete with a skating titan? Probably not. Even if you manage to get there first, it's still very easy for them to hardscope before they peek out, since it's just one long lane. Alright, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the heavy round. The heavy round is always annoying in trials, but especially on this map, since you don't have your own heavy and the enemy heavy you can push. You can go to either heavy and be there at exactly the same time pretty much. Sadly, you can't avoid heavy rounds, so my best tip is to push the middle as a team and either go challenge them on the side you see radar movement on, or picking the other heavy. You gotta do it fast though, since it takes almost 15 seconds to blink to the heavy boxes in the first place. Alright guys, so most of these tips do mainly apply to Pantheon, but there are of course some things that apply to trials in general that you can't forget, such as communication being key and collapsing as a team when you get an AWP down. These things are of course very important as well, but I won't get in on all that in this video. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much the basics I had for you. In my opinion, the most important thing to win games is to have control of the middle, and it worked out great for me so far. I hope this can help some of you guys having problems to get to the lighthouse, and if it can't, you should swing by my stream where I will be helping people out for the rest of the weekend. The link will be in the description. If you found the tips useful, please like the video, it is greatly appreciated. That's all from me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.